guys. I just wanted to hop on really quick to just give a quick update on just how everything is going. I had surgery on December 4th. So today is December the 7th. So about 3 days ago, my surgery was really, really early in the morning. So my wife and I had to get there super early just for the check-in process and the COVID screening and all that kind of stuff. And I checked in at about 6:15. My surgery time was about 7:30 a.m. and I left the surgery center at about 11:30. Obviously just a little bit out of it, just really fatigued and everything like that. We went home and I pretty much spent all of Friday just resting. You're not going to feel great after surgery and everything. So just kind of resting. Um, Saturday was probably one of the worst, as expected. I was in a good amount of pain. I actually ended up not taking any oxycodone, which I was prescribed. I managed it pretty well with two extra strength Tylenol every 6 to 8 hours or so. And for the most part, the worst part for pain wise was transitioning from either a sitting position or laying down and getting my foot down to try and like stand up and or try and get up and go to the bathroom or something like that. That moment when your leg swings down to the floor and all the blood rushes to your leg is one of the worst that I can explain. And on Saturday, nothing crazy still. I didn't do any range of motion stuff on Saturday. I did stim my quads a few times throughout the day, just to try and get my quads firing, but I was really, really swollen. I could not look at I didn't undo the dressing until Sunday. The doctor wanted me to wait 2 days. So fast forward to yesterday, Sunday, it was even worse pain in the morning at 5:30, 6 a.m. I actually ended up being woken up because of the pain. So I woke up and I I was like, I need to take something. So I ended up taking one single oxycodone, which pretty much knocked me out within a half hour. And just sleeping with the brace on is super cumbersome and not comfortable. Your leg has to be straight the whole time. It's locked. It's heavy. It's bulky. There's so many things that disrupt your comfort of sleeping. The oxycodone knocked me out for 4 hours or so. Ended up getting up, and probably at about 12:30 or so, I ended up taking the extra strength Tylenol again. And honestly, for the most part, my pain was pretty much well managed for the rest of the day. I actually did undo the dressing. I took a look at it. Obviously, there's a lot of blood and all that kind of stuff, but just getting that bandage off was nice just to make my leg a little bit lighter. And then on top of that, when I started to do the range of motion, I actually didn't feel that bad. It does feel super tight. After just it's swollen still. It's uncomfortable to kind of move it, but it just felt super tight. So I felt pretty good moving it. I was able to get to about 70 degrees of knee flexion 2 days post-op. So I was pretty happy. Extension passively was able to get to about 0 degrees. So overall, I was really happy with what I was able to do 2 days post-op. The quad contraction was probably the hardest part because my knee was pretty swollen. I spent a lot of yesterday just elevating, watching football on Sundays and things like that. My wife was able to kind of build me a gradient of pillows and blankets on my couch and just kind of laid there and watch football and just try to relax, just keep my mind off of it. And today on Monday, the 7th, it actually feels tremendously better. I don't think I'll take any pain meds today, which is awesome. So that's at least just a quick update on everything. And even today, I stimmed my quads probably 30 minutes ago. It actually looks really good. It feels a lot better. Swelling is down. Bending feels a lot better. Everything just feels better. I'm able to do a straight leg raise now. It's still a little bit of quad leg, but overall it feels tremendously better than it did yesterday. So overall, I'm just happy with how these last 3 or 4 days have gone. And I did want to answer some general questions that people have kind of asked on Instagram just regarding, my weight bearing status and surgery and all that kind of stuff. I did end up getting a nerve block. I actually end up getting an adductor nerve block. It's only sensory. Some surgeons do a femoral nerve block where it could potentially shut off the motor function of the quad, which makes it extremely challenging to get the quads back, which we know after ACL surgery is one of the biggest hurdles. So because it was sensory, my quads actually weren't affected too much. And, I obviously couldn't feel anything down to, for my knee to all the way down to my foot. So I was really happy they chose to do that. I did express to my doctor that I was fearful of developing a arthrogenic muscle inhibition. It's not a common complication that happens, but it does happen. I think in like 2% of people. Basically, what it means is like the quad just has a lot harder time to come back because of it being shut off from surgery. So that is something I was very conscious of. And had she said that she did femoral, I probably would have chosen not to do a nerve block just because I didn't want to take that chance. But because it was only sensory, I felt very comfortable going into it, and I'm glad I did. And then as the nerve block wears off, as some of you may know, it just starts to get more and more painful, which is what I had to deal with for the past couple of days. But today is feeling drastically better. And as far as what the actual surgery was, I got a full ACL reconstruction with my patella tendon. And a lot of people are asking me why I chose patella tendon. And when I talked to the surgeon about it, there's obviously the three primary ones for someone my age: quad, patella, and hamstring. I definitely didn't want to go hamstring. Just in my experience, I still think you don't want to take away knee stabilizer if you can avoid it. So I chose not to do that. And I was basically deciding to do the quad and the patella. And she asked me how my first surgery went. She's like, "Do you have any problems with kneeling and kind of the typical tendonitis pains that some people may have for patella tendon?" I said no. I was like, my right side recovered really, really well. And she's like, "Let's just do that then. You had good success with it the first time, so let's do it again." I was like, "Yeah, that makes a lot of sense." So I chose the patella tendon. On top of that, I did get a lateral meniscus repair and a slight meniscectomy of my medial meniscus. I don't know the exact percentage, but she said it wasn't big or anything like that. So as far as my weight bearing status, after 3 days, which is today, I am actually weight bearing as tolerated in a straight leg brace. And I can gradually wean off of crutches as long as I can tolerate it and there's no pain. And I know that some of you are interested because there are some protocols out there that still have 4 to 6 weeks of complete non-weight bearing. And I do think that does come to the type of repair that they did. And also I know that there's some evidence that there's a good amount of evidence that supports that you can actually load, so straight downward. But just typically with walking, your knee is actually bending back and forth, obviously with walking. And that's why I'm restricted to being in the straight leg brace, locked out in extension for walking. But actually around the house for the past couple of days, I haven't been having the brace on a ton just because I am not moving a ton. So my leg is usually, if I'm sitting on the couch, my leg is straight on the ottoman, just straight in front of me, opened. Just because I did feel like the brace was actually causing some of the bruising and also keeping in some of the swelling. So she actually told me to get out of the brace as long as I remember not to walk without it. So those are some of the couple of big questions. Some people ask when I'm going back to work. I plan on going back to work on Thursday, which is 6 days after surgery. I wanted to see how the first 3 days went. I want to make sure I didn't have any pain. It was pretty well managed. And as of today, I feel really good. So over the next, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, I plan on just really working on my quads, trying to get that strong again. Hopefully by Thursday, I can walk in the brace without crutches. As I feel comfortable enough, maybe I'll take one crutch just in case. But I do plan on going back to work to a limited capacity on Thursday. So yeah, that seems to be some of the major questions that people are asking. Also, I guess some people, I range of motion wise, I'm limited to about 90. I can go a little bit beyond that as long as I feel comfortable, but not trying to push through too much pain. Again, she said based on the where the repair was, she's not too worried about me messing up the repair or anything like that for my meniscus. Again, it's very individualized. That's the way that rehab should be, and that's the way that surgery should be as well. Her and I took into consideration what I want to get back into doing and my goals and everything like that. So that's why we came to the decision of the surgery and my weight bearing status. And she obviously understands that I do this for a profession. So she understands that I can push a little more than maybe some others can. So at least for the next few days, just a lot of quads, a lot of quad contractions, stimming, range of motion work, that kind of stuff, and straight leg raises, and looking to get back into work on Thursday. So I appreciate you guys following. It really does mean a lot to me for every DM, every message, text that I got from friends and family and things like that. Even a lot of you that I don't even know. So I'm thankful for you guys even being interested in this journey that I'm kind of going on. And any questions, please feel free to post them below. I'll try to answer as many as I possibly can and continue to post these videos periodically. I'm hoping to make another one either Thursday or Friday, just talk about what the transition was like going back to work. Um, so yeah, any questions, feel free to let me know, and I appreciate you guys watching.
Thank you for watching today's video. Please feel free to like and subscribe and share it on your social media platforms. If you're interested, I have started an ACL Mastermind group, which is a growing library of content centered around ACL rehab. It has exercises ranging from immediate post-op to late-stage sports-specific movements and everything in between. It's a growing library and currently holds over 250 videos. There's content centered around assessments, movement breakdowns, exercise breakdowns, case studies, and a whole lot more. You also gain access to a private forum where you can engage with like-minded people, ask questions, share research articles, and share resources. If you're interested, please feel free to click the link below. Thank you for watching.